I've been testing out the DJI Osmo Action 3 for about a month now, and after putting it through its paces, I have a lot of good things to say about it. But this is the final video I'm making about this camera because I'm not keeping it, and I'll explain why later on in this video. But first, some context. I've been a longtime GoPro user. I've purchased every single one since the Hero 7, and I mostly use it to vlog because I strongly think that for the size, cost, and image quality, action cameras are the best vlogging cameras, at least for travel vlogs. However, every GoPro I've ever owned, except for the recent Hero 11, has had issues, namely freezing bugs, which make it a frustrating experience to use the camera. Now, we've made a lot of videos going into detail about those GoPro problems, and a lot of you guys told us in the comments that there are other cameras out there that don't have these issues. So even though the content on this channel is still focused on GoPro, I've started testing out other compact cameras to see if they can become our new go-to vlogging camera. So a couple months ago in mid-September, the GoPro Hero 11 Black and the DJI Osmo Action 3 were announced on the same day, which has never happened before. GoPro always releases a new camera every September, but DJI has not consistently updated their action cameras. So this is clearly their attempt at directly competing with GoPro. Now, we did not get either camera for free. We bought them with our own money. So neither GoPro nor DJI have any sway over any of the videos that we make. Now, on announcement day, I watched the early release videos about each camera, and honestly, I was the most impressed with the DJI Osmo Action 3. I even made a video about the 12 reasons why I thought it was better than GoPro. Now, those reasons were all based on usability features. None of them were about image quality, because I think that DJI did an excellent job at not trying to stuff the Action 3 with crazy high resolution or gimmicks. Instead, they made really thoughtful upgrades to the user experience. And honestly, a lot of those features are things that GoPro should learn from and start to implement in their future cameras. Some of those usability features include a front-facing touchscreen, the ability to connect an external USB-C microphone without needing to buy an adapter, a magnetic quick release, and most importantly, a lower price compared to GoPro. Actually, the most important feature to me is that the DJI cameras don't have freezing bugs. They turn on when you press the button and they don't lose your footage, which I can't say is true for the last few GoPro models that I've used. Anyway, after testing the Action 3 for a month and filming videos, such as our crab eating weekend, which I posted an unedited vlog of on this channel, I indeed love those usability features that I mentioned. And when I use my GoPro, I'm really sad to not have them. However, I encountered an unexpected problem. The Action 3 has a focusing issue, and I have to shout out Tamara Gabriel in particular for doing extensive tests to show that this issue is mostly present when you're shooting in the linear digital lens, and with rock-steady stabilization turned on. Both of those features seem to result in a video with soft focus, even if your subject is further than the minimum focusing distance of 30 centimeters. So if you don't mind shooting in wide and ultra-wide all the time and not having image stabilization, then your Action 3 might actually have totally sharp focus. But personally, I think that not being able to shoot with stabilization in particular is a huge drawback. And the sample vlog that I posted was shot with rock-steady on all the time, and mostly in linear mode, because I don't like that warping effect that you get by shooting in wide. And a lot of you pointed out that in my sample vlog, there was definitely a soft focus issue a lot of the time. Now, DJI did release a firmware update on October 14th with a handful of new features, including the enhancement of clarity of certain configurations. Now, ultimately, this added sharpness to the image, which can make your videos seem crisper, but does it actually fix the focus issue? In my opinion, no. And the more I looked into this focus issue, I found a handful of YouTubers talking about it. Now that part is key because it seems that not every Action 3 has this focusing problem. Now I can't say this from first-hand experience, but there are theories out there floating around on the DJI forum and from other YouTubers like Andre of Worth It or Not, who think that although DJI has not made an official statement recognizing the focus issue, that they are making new batches of cameras that may have fixed the problem. So there is a chance that if you buy the Action 3 from now on, that it won't have a focusing problem. But personally, my camera definitely has a soft focus issue that was not solved via the firmware update. So ultimately, I am returning my camera. but this is my personal experience with the Action 3. And if you're interested in this camera, then I encourage you to decide for yourself if you want to buy it. And if you do, make sure to mind the return window and conduct your own tests and draw your own conclusions about the Action 3. So guys, let me know in the comments below if you have the Action 3, if you have seen focus issues on your camera, or if your camera is totally fine. Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.